Yeah. We had access to different bits and pieces, lots of different ideas. Fina had done all some sorts of research and sculptures being made. It was awesome, the stuff that came out. Yeah. And that's, I mean, I think it's just like having an idea and then giving people the chance or the space. That's kind of what I tried to do with Martin as well, is just to get the space and then give people a bit of reign to do what they want. Yeah.
Would you like to do film directing, like actually do short films, or rather than video? Or
everything, yeah, eventually.
I mean, there's sort of different direction, like video art and working with the gallery thing, contemporary art, or actually going towards comedy. Do you know what you want to do? I mean,
both, everything, together. I think at the moment I'm not so interested in the film route because I find it was very prescribed with these roles and the way it's released and the hierarchy and the budget, and I'm more interested in real things and more experimental stuff, and then it seems that the avenue to release that is through the art.
It's too heavy structure, you find?
Yeah, and I think it's quite exclusive because, I mean, Hollywood productions and shit, it's so big.
Yeah.
I'd love
everything
to
or nothing.
There's
nothing in between.
Yeah. So I'll just wait and build up like skills in other departments until I can direct that kind of shit. Yeah.
That's cool.
In a few years, but yeah, just fell into it here in Berlin, and like cyclists doing this crazy shit.
Well, there's a little scene with the Berlin cinema, isn't there still?
Yeah, I've got some friends who are running like International Filmmakers Network here, and that's a good avenue for that stuff. They're putting out music videos and fashion films.
Have you done music videos?
Yeah.
For, I don't know, you can see them on the YouTube?
Yeah. There's Summer Productions. I've got a website, and running recordings is a record.
Summer Productions. Somebody.
Someone. The Summer's one. Yeah. Yeah.
My British English.
Most people say Simone Productions.
Simone?
Simone, because it's spelled there.
Okay, someone. Oh, yeah. Okay, right.
But Someone Productions, we're working towards another thing because I'm going back to New Zealand over winter. I hope to escape, and we're developing a project which we hope to produce with the help of Creative New Zealand, which is the art funding board in New Zealand. And that will be another experimental collaboration with independent visual and sound production, and then just try and figure out where it goes once we've filmed. Like, I think it's easy to get stuff made, but it's quite hard to release it or to inform it.
And you survive? How do you survive? You get paid for these music videos, for example?
Not yet. Doing bar work.
Bar work. You're working in a bar.
So
where do you work?
In a hostel.
Hostel.
In a hostel, Wombat. Yeah.
Where's that?
It's just up the road, not far.
Okay, all right.
Work in the bar 6 days a month. Get money from the States. It pays my living. Wohngeld. Yeah, but it's changing slowly, like Funny in the Black with a couple of the projects. Production companies next. Then the record label. And eventually it should just start to tick over. And
you'd like to create a record label?
Oh, I have a record label also based in New Zealand with Nathan Tari and the guy Rangi. He's right.
Okay, what type of music do you?
Experimental is the brief. Yeah.
Okay.
It's very broad. Nathan, who's running the production company, also got a couple of bands in New Zealand, and they're starting to get busy. So we're releasing a couple of their albums this year, and then once we've developed that strategy, we can roll it out with.
And it's more like punk rock stuff, or what?
No, I think grunge is one of
grunge.
Grunge, no, grunge with the
grunge.
I. Yeah, it's a new subgenre.
All right.
It's kind of like grunge and cringe.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and he's doing some healing music.
Healing music?
Yeah, under a yet to be determined name. But it's all on YouTube as well.
Yeah. There is a word for that type of music. I forgot.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know what
I think he's using words like tribal and shoegaze and intense, psychedelic. But
well, psychedelic, yeah, but it's not necessarily healing music.
Yeah, and I think psychedelic can also be a term to describe the creation. It's not just the end result.
It's the process.
It's the process. Yeah, it's all about process. Yeah.
What did you take to make the music?
Yeah, when.
All right.
Yeah. but that's good because then once one of those projects starts releasing, then it feeds into the production company to do the music videos, and then it feeds into another project to all the designing, the artwork,
And have you done any acting?
No.
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 Not interested.
Not interested.
Why? Why?
Not very confident. Don't really like being in front of people, being put on the spot.
Well, I mean, the camera's slightly different. It's not theatre. You're not in front of the people necessarily.
I'm open to it. It's changing. Yeah, if it's a good project.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, I'm just wondering because, for example, we saw the short film yesterday, and well, if you do like auto portrait or something, it might come to you one day that you'll be filming yourself. I mean.
Yeah. Well, it's
you
necessary.
become the subject.
Yeah. I think it's necessary. Some like self-portraits, and any. I'm interested in that. Documentation, self-documentation is just as important as project documentation.
Have you done any short films like this, like we saw yesterday? Have you done that type of work? Or?
Yeah, not so. Yeah, there's a few. Mostly we did a zombie film, but then.
These are these horror films.
But then the experimental stuff that we did was, we did one recently, both in Tremendo, which was one of the independently produced ones. That was the first thing where the sound was made in New Zealand. Then I made the video in Berlin, and that was based on a series of photos that I shared with the sound guy. And then we developed a time code randomly, like 5 minutes 31 or something. We gave ourselves a couple of weeks. Yeah. Hello. Right. Choose. Yeah. But that's probably in one of the next projects also. It's got access to great cast and crew and cameras and.
But you do need a little bit of money for that stuff, don't you?
Yeah. And so once the screen printing works, once the ship works out.
So.
It's the beginning of learning all about that for me. Sort of taking myself seriously as an artist is a big step. It hasn't happened yet. I'm still a barman. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, and everything's a side project at the moment, and then a lot of people recently have been saying, well, what's the thing? And I don't think it has to be that way, but I'd rather keep it a balance and keep a healthy balance and let one feed into another instead of have to work in the bar to feed the screen printing, and then they can use that to feed something else.
Yeah, but there comes a time, it's true, that when you take yourself seriously, you have to sort of give up these side jobs just to concentrate.
Yeah, but not when you're in Berlin, I think.
Well, maybe not, but you might get funding, or you
Yeah.
might go to another country, or you might have a project where you'll have to sort of concentrate on one thing, maybe.
Yeah, well, that's the goal. Yeah, I'd like to get a studio space for a month somewhere, and produce a prescripted thing inside that time frame. Yeah. And
the 6 days in a month, that you still have quite a few days free.
Yeah, Monday's football. So
that
takes out some. Yeah, football career.
Okay. So there you plan to make the money with football?
Maybe, yeah, maybe. We're looking for some sponsorship, and we're playing some football at a music festival next month.
But no, you don't make money with football.
No, we spend money on
drinks.
Yeah. But I think it saves us health-wise.
Yeah.
It's a necessary requirement. In winter it costs a bit more because you have to pay to go to indoor pitch and.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you play in?
Kreuzberg at the moment. Yeah. Oh, we're left.
You're in a team.
I'm sort of roaming. I'm a ranger on the pitch.
You're a ranger. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it's apparently someone who roams.
All right.
Yeah. It's usually skinny, rangy kind. It's also a body type. Apparently,
okay, right.
My sister was telling me I'm rangy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good to know. Yeah, good to know. Yeah. Heaps of projects, heaps of time.
And if you see your future, what is it exactly you want to achieve?
A lot. Yeah, I want to start a space. I mean, Tacheles is great. It won't be around forever. Nothing's ever around forever. It'd be good to get some sort of space where you can bring people in, give other people opportunities to express themselves, run a cafe, get an art housing project, get an art squad, I don't know. That'd be the dream. There's lots of real estate in Berlin, but it all takes money, it takes investment, it takes time, it takes history, and that's what I'm working on now, is just documenting and figuring out what makes now important for the future. And
okay, so next step is this September exhibition.
yeah,
We'll
that's
you'll be working installation, sound with a female artist and a male artist.
Yeah.
Their names, you know their names?
I've forgotten.
All right. Well,
Lisa Printker and Yannick, and Cypher hopefully from downstairs will be helping out.
That's nice.
Yeah, Lisa Printker is the sound artist. She's got like 300 speakers, so we're gonna make some kind of Achterbahn or a roller coaster. I can't remember the German word.
Yeah, roller coasters.
I think it's Achterbahn. I don't know. So make a sound roller coaster inside, and then pump all the visual stuff on the windows on the outside. So hopefully they'll get people inside the space from the interactive visual, and then inside will be like a sound cocoon. And that's sort of Dylan Bakker with, so I get to start putting the art project out there somewhere, and then with that I can start to take the New Zealand stuff a bit more seriously, because I need to get funded from somewhere, and Berlin, the market's so shallow, you know.
Yeah.
It's so much, so quickly, so cheap.
Is there something you have in common? I mean, because you have different media, like this visual arts, music, film. Is there something in common in the process, a link between them, or something you want to give that is common to these three or four different ways of expressing yourself? What's important for you, for the viewer, for the public?
Yeah, not really. I'm mostly interested in learning and process. So I'm more interested in what
You're more experimenting then.
Yeah, I'd like to learn some stuff, and I think what I find interesting, somebody somewhere is going to find interesting, and there's certain themes that reoccur for me, like feedback, and I can use my interactive video installations, and then if I film a story that features those, then that feeds into the world of the film, and then maybe I can take some screenshots from that film and put them on paper and print it out, and then turn that into a screen print and put that on a t-shirt, and then wear the t-shirt when I'm performing in the band.
Yeah.
So it all could work out, and I mean, I think it's interesting for people to discover these things in other people's lives that, for me, like, just everything.
And how much would it cost, for example, if a group asks you, you have to do a video, what's your budget, for example? I mean, just asking.
What do you mean?
If you're doing a music video, what would be your budget for, you have...
For me, or if I was doing it for somebody else. It depends on the project. If it's friends, like maybe Guy Jake, who's working in the print studio.
Jake,
we'll probably do a music video for There Is a Mountain.
Oh, cool.
Sometime in the next couple of months.
That's nice.
That will be a freebie. Maybe some beers. But it's up to, I think.
A lot of beers.
Yeah. It takes a long time. It's a big project. But,
I get a crate at least, or
a crate or some equipment. They can invest in costumes if they want them, props.
Well, then you can play music for you for another.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to have. I think it's good just to exist. If you can, at the moment, my goal is just to be on zero. So if one thing can make a little money, then that's going to get spent on something else anyway.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So if things don't cost any money to make, that's great. And I love working in those restrictions. I think that's a good thing about Berlin. You get to learn resourcefulness. You get to learn collaboration. You get to learn
it's true. It does push you in a different direction. It's interesting. Yeah, it's true.
And I think that's going to stand in good stead later when you start to get more funding, then you know how to use it anyway.
Well, if you like that type of conditions, I know why you like Tacheles.
Yeah.
It's a good sign.
The joy,
You learn how to be creative out of bits of sticks.
Yeah. How to paint sticks and sell them. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.